Welcome, this is News Insights. Philip, Sowore said Nigeria is in trouble. Do you agree with him?
Yes, I agree with him entirely. Considering this event of the past 4 days, you should know that Nigeria is in real trouble. Not so surely just saying it. It is real. It's palpable. We can feel it. Where you see people die because of food, it shows the level of the fragility of this country. Where there's no food to eat, when there's a call for free food, you see the entire country gravitated towards that place. And like what happened in Abuja, what we read in the news, that the things were going normally because the Catholic mission wanted to, do a little bit for the people. And people who got there, they started calling more people. And look, there's food here, you can come. Oh. That's what led to the trouble. Not that the place was not well organized or they didn't plan for it. But at some point, when the distribution was ongoing, more and more people were coming in and they couldn't control it. It shows the level of poverty, of hunger that is in the land. And that tells you the kind of trouble we are, because it is said that a hungry man is an angry man. If the level of hunger has gotten to this point, the next stage that you will see in this country is angry. And when people are angry, you know what they will do. So that is where we are. So I agree with Sowore.
Engineer Kingsley.
Of course, on this particular statement that Nigeria is in trouble, it's very glaring. I completely agree with him. Nigeria is in trouble. We're in trouble with our economy. We're in trouble with our infrastructure. We're in trouble with our people. We're in trouble with the youth. We're in trouble with our future. It is unbelievable what is happening today. That on the sound of food, people are ready to commit their own life, for which they are even feeding themselves for, to put their lives in line, not minding whether appropriate security or whatever. People, do you know what it means, stampede? Stampede, you are willing to continue to go, even when you are not certain it's going to get to you. That's what causes stampede. People could step back, okay? Having much number of people in a smaller space, which is also much number of people contending for smaller number of food or smaller amount of food in general, that is causing that. If when they were invited, okay, let's say when a church invited them, you have maybe too many other places invitation they have. They are even struggling, do I go here or do I go here? You won't find stampede.
Exactly. Because the
number of the source is limited.
Yes.
That's why you're finding stampede. If they have even eaten, sometimes after eating, you sleep off. You won't even remember that somebody invited you. You just wake up by 4 p.m. Oh, I'm supposed to go and get Christmas food. You call them and apologize. That is when you are living in an abundance. Exactly. And that was the Nigeria we know. And maybe one of the reasons I would say I will forgive Sowore today. Yeah, why I say I will forgive Sowore, to be honest with you, the role he played during the removal of Jonathan, I was still angry with him. That's on personal basis. I've written, I know he hasn't seen any of those, okay? Maybe one of these days we'll meet in person. I'll tell him that, bros, Egbon, I like what you are doing now, but you see what you did in Jonathan time, there was an error. And I think you should apologize to us. Because we never felt Buhari was a better candidate than Jonathan. And Sowore played a very stubborn role in the removal of Jonathan. I'm so sure he knows better today. Maybe it was also driven by patriotism. He thought, he thought maybe Buhari would have been better. But again, you don't judge people based on what they say they can do. You judge them based on what they have done. Exactly. But on today, Sowore is at the forefront, even digging into the terrain that people don't want to get to. Like you he said revolution, but it's still revolution. Nobody wants to mention things like revolution because you're scared. It might be misinterpreted by the military authority or the president or whatever. But Sowore is still getting to that point. But without actual revolution, we have election cycle with us. We can elect our leaders and demand that the elected person must be inaugurated. We can do that.
Philip.
Yes. We can't help to say that we are in more trouble. Like you said, Sowore, who is saying that Nigeria is in trouble today, he helped to bring us to where we are, into this trouble. So I hope he will help us to get out of the trouble someday.
Yes.
You know, Nigeria is in real trouble because security-wise we're in trouble. He had mentioned other aspects of the economy that we're in trouble. You know, but how do we get out of this trouble? Because it's a good thing we know that we're in trouble. So if you know that you have a problem, then you have to think out a solution.
That's right.
So what is the way forward? I think the government of the day, whether rightly or wrongly, they are people in charge of the affairs of this country. The government also know that this thing is not right. People are not living well. For the president to have cancelled his official engagement for Lagos and sympathize with people that died, it shows that they also know that all is not well with the country. So what is the way forward? The government need to sit up and chart a different way of solving issue in this country. They have to think. They have to think out of the box. You know, it's not you are going to sit down and you shun at a budget of 49 point something trillion for 2025. Out of this 49 point something trillion, 24 point something trillion has gone to what do you call it?
Debt servicing and the salary payments.
So where is the money? So what are you going to do with that? We are still going to end up the same way. By this time next year, people will still be dying in Stampedes because there is no food. Instead of you to say, okay, let's declare state of emergency in agriculture, state of emergency in this, and so that we can solve the problem. No, you are still talking about debt servicing. You are talking about money you are going to borrow and all of that. And the Senate is still busy approving loans for this country. The World Bank is busy approving loans for us. How is that going to solve our problem? The government must sit on, they must think, and I mean, Tinubu is better than what we are seeing now. We've, like I said, you just press it by what he had done before. If we go by what we have seen Tinubu done in Lagos State, we want to, some of us want to believe that this is not the same Tinubu that was the governor of Lagos State. So we should double up. We should double down so that he can do things right. I mean, things are not right at all. Things are not right. It's not well with us. But we must think of a way out. What is the way out?
From Engineer Kingsley, what he has to say on
Yes,
that.
I think every Nigerian is interested in the way out. Okay? The government of the day should look at long-term measures for solution and short-term measures for solutions so that we can be alive while those long-term measures are materialized. Asiwaju appear to be taking a long-term measures stride, though not completely. Okay, like I think the way he removed subsidies and all that, that's going to be where we'll get to at the end of the day. But you don't just jump. If you even jump from this table to this floor, you are going to receive serious shock on your leg.
Yes.
Let alone jumping from 10-story building down, you might die. And that's what is happening in our streets. Okay, I think he should recalibrate his measures step by step. Take it step by step. That is why there is staircase to climb upward. Otherwise, you fall or you crash. So let him recalibrate his economic measures step by step and let him sincerely do it with probity and accountability. That's that. And as for today, short-term measures, what is wrong if Tinubu sells his aircraft to get rice for people to eat? How much is presidential aircraft sold? He can do that today. If he took a break from official duty or canceled some activities in Lagos because of the stampede, he can move forward. He can decide, oh, these are my people. I will sell my aircraft, not necessarily his own Nigerian aircraft, presidential aircraft. We don't have only one, we have plenty. Let me sell this and invest it into food now. Because if you are paving the road with gold for long-term solution, by the time you are done paving the road with gold, who will walk on the golden road?
Died before they finish
Exactly.
The
paving.
dead people will not walk on the golden road.
Exactly.
He needs to sell certain things that we don't really need immediately, or has alternative like aircraft. I do not think, or all presidents of the whole world do not have private aircraft, or no, some don't even. Where if I am Tinubu, I won't even be going to anywhere because Nigeria is in trouble, like Egbon Sowore has said. It's in trouble. Do you understand?
Yes.
So let him, and I also encourage him, Asiwaju. He still has a lot of time left. A lot of people voted for you. a lot of people worked in your campaign. You need not reward them with political position if they are not qualified to man that position.
Exactly.
Nigerian being good is enough reward for anybody. So if anybody campaigned for you, voted for you, or worked for you, or is your political follower, if Nigerian becomes good, that's enough reward for everybody. Get the right people to be in the right places, not those who think that government is a place to make money. Stealing government money is not a success story, and I've always said that, and I will continue to say it. Those who think that a government official have a means of being richer than those in business should not find his way into any government seat. There's no magic, no formula. Suppose somebody working for government as a civil servant or as a politician being richer than businessmen. Any country you find that, then there is something wrong, maybe more wrong than Sowore has said. So we need to make the move.
Thank you very much.
I want to add to that what
Okay.
has been said. You know, that some of the assets should be offloaded so that we can have the incomes. You know, but what I said earlier, that an hungry man is an angry man. So this money is not even just to buy food to give to people. Offload these aircraft, presidential aircraft, and all those assets that are not needed, and invest it on mechanized agriculture.
They said they have been doing that. During the end bad governance, they reeled out a lot
We
of
are not
seed coming
saying
from
that. Nigeria
Brazil, and then machines coming in from all those places. So
We haven't
I just
said
want to give them the benefit that long-term measures that they are doing that.
Nigeria
Yes.
is a fertile land. Travel from Abuja down to Warri, all of Edo State is green. Kogi is green. Nasarawa, the north of land. Benue is declared as the food basket of the nation. Naturally, these people produce food. So what we need is little economy. What is the cost of this?
No, but Barrister, do you know why there's always a place to dodge on long-term measures? Because you see, mechanized farming, if they do mechanized farming, can we eat it today on Christmas Day? No.
No, but
They always have, I know, but they always have a way to dodge, because they told us that's what they have been doing. That we should be patient, it will start yielding fruit. That's a long-term measure. I agree completely with you. And they said they have been doing that. Go and check. If you see they are writing here, you will leak it.
Where are the farms? What to
That's
see?
right. That's
So-
what I said. If you can do the short-term one, we can see it. We have the belief that the long-term one you said you are doing, that you are doing it. Yeah, because the long-term one, they'll say, wait, you can't plant food. You can't plant seed and it will germinate today. They'll find a way to dodge. And before you know, they say, wait. Let him make this sacrifice. Let's see.
Thank you for sharing your views. This is still News Insights. We'll be right back.